But they kept on, and they kept on, and they kept on, and they kept on assaulting him, and they didn't stop until he was knocked out.
3 Arizona police officers are on administrative leave after they were caught beating an unarmed man until he was unconscious. Now the police chief says he is making a change. We'll have that story in just a few minutes, but first an update on the grandmother accused of murdering 2 people. Lois Reese appeared in court for the first time today. Police say after killing her husband in Minnesota, she traveled to Fort Myers Beach, befriended a Bradenton woman who looked like her, then killed her to steal her identity. She went on the run, starting a nationwide search until she was finally arrested in Texas in April. Reese is being held in the Lee County Jail. She was indicted there Wednesday on charges of first-degree murder with a firearm. Today, Arizona police releasing new video of officers punching an unarmed man multiple times in the head. The 4 officers involved are on administrative leave tonight. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has that story, and we want to warn you, the video may be disturbing for some to watch.
Newly released police body camera video giving a closer look at this violent arrest in Mesa, Arizona. The video showing officers repeatedly punching 33-year-old Robert Johnson after they say he told them he had a knife and ignored their orders to sit down.
I'm going to ask you again, have a seat. All the way down, all the way down. Dude, no. Dude, they told you to sit down.
The officers responding to a reported domestic violence call last month involving a man Johnson was with at this apartment building.
The level of force is troubling. Certainly, at first glance, this looks like a mistake.
This adding to scrutiny the Mesa Police Department already faces after other controversial cases. This 84-year-old grandmother taken down by officers.
You think you're gonna fall, you better fall on your face.
The 2016 shooting death of an unarmed man, that officer acquitted of second-degree murder. And now this man coming forward.
I'm not going to ask you again.
Claiming officers used excessive force when arresting him last year.
Yo, I got my own right.
With this latest case calls for an independent investigation into the Mesa Police Department. And the police chief there says he is now changing the department's use of force policy. Officers say they did not find a weapon on Johnson, but he is facing other charges. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
For the first time, the man caught in the path of a dancing FBI agent's accidental gunfire is telling his story. Tom Reddington was out with his friends when an FBI agent, Chase Bishop, decided to bust a move just a few feet away. But instead of just landing this backflip, which you'll see here in a minute, he drops a loaded gun onto the ground, shooting Reddington in his leg. Since that accident, Reddington says he has watched the video dozens of times and can't believe a dance move left him with a bullet in the leg.
But when I saw him do a backflip, I couldn't help but laugh. I don't blame the guy. I don't want to ruin his life.
The FBI tells ABC that Agent Bishop will be held accountable and could face criminal charges. Denver police say they are still waiting for a lab result that will determine if Bishop had been drinking. Meanwhile, Reddington has been offered one perk. The bar where it happened is offering him free drinks for life. New details tonight in the sudden death of fashion designer Kate Spade. The New York City's medical examiner officially determining Spade died by hanging and is calling the manner of death suicide. Meanwhile, Andy Spade said his wife was seeing doctors and taking medicine for anxiety and depression. He said they had been living apart for 10 months after needing a break, but he either visited or spoke with Kate every day. Andy Spade says Kate's death was, quote, a complete shock. He said she had no alcohol or substance abuse problems, and there was no indication or warning that she would take her own life. If you've dreamed of visiting the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee, you've got a new and convenient way of getting there. Allegiant Airlines is launching nonstop service between Punta Gorda Airport and Nashville International. That new route will run Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in June and July, dropping to Thursday and Sunday service by August 12th. Introductory fares start as low as $36 for a one-way flight from Punta Gorda to Nashville. Now let's take it over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with another look at our first alert weather forecast. Bob.
Good afternoon, everyone. A beautiful day it has been, albeit on the warm side. Not much rainfall around. There have been a few inland storms, but all in all, fairly quiet right now. But that'll change tomorrow, I think, as this low pressure, mid-level low that you see spinning right here is bringing some showers and storms out there in the Gulf of Mexico. And some of this may be on our shoreline after midnight tonight, but more so right around sunrise tomorrow. Currently, it's nice, lots of sunshine, 85 degrees, feels like temperature, not too bad, 91. We have a west wind at 9. The pressure continues to rise a little bit as high pressure is nosing in. Boy, a rough day of storms from Miami up near Fort Lauderdale, stretching out to Fort Pierce this afternoon. But look at this large area of showers out here and quite a bit of thunderstorm activity too. It's kind of drifting off to the south as that energy is heading that way. But notice just this last hour frame or so, we're starting to see some bigger storms firing up to the north of that cluster outflow boundaries, as well as just that instability in the atmosphere creating those showers. But nothing to worry about this evening. You have any plans? Should be okay. Some showers are starting to pop up in some inland counties east of I-75, also into eastern Hillsborough County, well away from the coast now. With that west wind, anything that pops up will move in that direction toward the east. And again, this is an area way out there in the Gulf and doesn't have much chance entering in here. You'll notice these showers just kind of popping up recently, though, even into western portions of Hardee County. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. I think most of it will stay east of I-75 with some showers developing later on after midnight tonight. Well, the futurecast showing that low spinning out, but it loses a lot of its rain and moisture. According to this model, I don't believe it as much. I think there'll still be some storms around to start things off on Friday morning right near the coast, and it looks as though we'll see a few showers producing some moderate to heavy rainfall. But the rain chance, it's not going to be a washout. It's 40% for us on Friday. More on our forecast coming up in a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Bob. There's a shortage of nurses, including school nurses, across the nation. Although every school in Sarasota County does not have a nurse, the supervisor of health services for the school district says there are no openings for any nursing positions. Suzanne DuBose says there were 280,000 visits to nursing offices in Sarasota County schools last year. Of those students, 88% were actually treated at school. The nurses were able to treat each of those cases and send those students back to class.
We have diabetics, we have trachs, we do G-tube feedings, we do catheters. It's not just ice and Band-Aids. These nurses are busy.
DuBose says school nurses have the chance to use their skills without having to work in the hospital, which could be an incentive for some. More than 7,000 public school students who are subject to bullying or violence are expected to participate in the first year of a new Hope Scholarship program. That program will provide state funding to send students to private schools. However, school officials from around the state are concerned, questioning whether the scholarship would be triggered if an incident of bullying was reported by a student but not verified. Others raise the issue of students qualifying for those scholarships if they were involved in mutual fighting, a common occurrence at public schools. High school students in Manatee County are racing towards the finish line in a contest that will test their physics and engineering skills. It's a competition that they're hoping will take them to the World Series of their sport in Asia. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us now to tell us what this competition is all about. Dwayne?
Well, Adam, this is a competition these teams have been training for to get all the marbles. It's a collaborative effort between 7 students that they say will take them to the top.
Ready, set, Perspective Racing right here on the Sun Coast, trying to win it all, competing in a race that takes place annually with teams from all over the world. It's a Formula One Global STEM Initiative competition with a team comprised of 7 students. To prepare for competition, the team spent the year designing and building their own mini cars, weighing less than a pound, to race on a 20-meter track, reaching speeds of up to 40 miles an hour, all powered by CO2.
These little CO2 canisters that are pressurized, and they fit inside the little cartridge back here, and then they line up to this contraption that punctures it, and you get to see who goes faster. Student engineer Alex Kumar says the race takes less than a second. The team that has the fastest car wins the race, but there are other components that the team is judged on. The engineering portfolio, the enterprise portfolio, outreach in the community. We have a pit display that we're building, which is this huge board that shows all of our content. Team resource manager Ahmad Ibsais, a Braden River student, says the competition isn't just about the race.
My job is to engage the community and collaborate with businesses to not only fund our trip, but raise awareness for the organization.
Much like a real Formula One racing team, Ibsais and his teammates must recruit sponsors for all their expenses.
Whether it's through social media or getting connected with businesses around the county through phone calls, emails, letters.
Prospective racing advisor Brian Kenzior says the real-world skills for these teens are immeasurable.
You know, not too many kids can say when they go to college that they've been in a competition and they basically ran a business and, you know, fundraised $50, $60, sometimes $70,000 is what we need to compete in this competition.
With the last group of students even competing in Abu Dhabi.
Manatee County kind of has a legacy of performing well, even at the world level in Formula One in schools, and so we wanted to try to continue that legacy.
Prospective Racing trying to be the latest and the best. They'll go to the national competition next week in Austin, Texas. If they come out of 1 out of 2 teams, they'll move on to the world competition in Singapore. Adam, back to you.
Thank you, Dwayne, and best of luck to all of those students. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a new warning about driving with worn tires on slippery roads, and Amazon's latest product that allows you to channel surf hands-free. Stick around, we'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Heavy rain and flooding is expected to impact parts of the Suncoast.
It will probably be forecasting hour by hour. We will see that plume of deep tropical moisture, and we continue to monitor that area of disturbed weather to the south.
Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Welcome back. We know tobacco is bad for us, but it continues to be the #1 cause of preventable disease and death in the United States. Most adults who become daily smokers start smoking before the age of 18. Are we making any progress? Here's ABC's Janai Norman.
A generation of tobacco-free kids is the goal, but are we there yet?
The CDC surveyed 19,000 students in both public and private schools between 2011 and 2017. They found that 5% fewer high school kids and 2% fewer middle school kids are smoking than they were in 2011. But there's another shift. More kids were smoking regular cigarettes in 2011, but nowadays, the most commonly used product is an e-cigarette. And although rates are decreasing, smoking is still a problem, with 1 in 5 high school students and 1 in 18 middle school students still lighting up. Some of the strategies that help: increasing tobacco prices, smoke-free policies, limiting tobacco exposure in the media, and raising the minimum age for purchasing of tobacco from 18 to 21, which 5 states have implemented so far. We are heading in the right direction, but the FDA has set its sights on limiting flavored tobacco products and further restricting access to tobacco and e-cigarettes. It will pay health dividends for decades to come. With this Medical Minute, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
It works. The weather it is. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing just a few fair weather cumulus clouds rolling on by this afternoon at Lakewood Ranch. A beautiful day it was, and temperatures pretty close to average for this time of year. And there's one storm trying to build off in the distance. You see that there, but not much going on near the coast. In fact, we have mostly sunny skies at the airport, 85 degrees with a feels like temperature of 91. The pressure is actually coming up a little bit, 29.99 inches. That's right, high pressure trying to build in, and will build in just in time for the weekend. So our weekend should be pretty nice. There'll be a few isolated storms around, but I don't think nearly as much coverage as they're seeing now in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, stretching up to Fort Pierce. But for us right near the coast, we're kind of sandwiched in between that with a little system out there in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see that with a lot of lightning going on there, and we are starting to see a little bit more buildup. So I think a better chance for some showers tomorrow morning than we saw this morning. And you can see this activity pretty intense now throughout parts of Hardy County near Wauchula and well as Bowling Green, just to the south of Bowling Green, and Sulphur Springs getting some rainfall. You'll notice the storms build up and then they're tend to work their way back toward the west, but what's happening is that they're getting the outflow boundaries from these heavier storms here, and they're creating that isolated shower activity that you're seeing now in the western portion of that county. Pretty heavy now, as I mentioned, near Wauchula and in the eastern sections of Hardy County. The day planner looks like this: some scattered showers at any time during the day. They won't be widespread, but we will see some rain, and some of that could be heavy at times. Rain chance at 40%. High temperatures will be right around average at 88 degrees. Well, with this high pressure slowly now moving northward, and it will be in position on Saturday and Sunday. That means if we see some storms developing, they won't move all that fast because of that high pressure round. But the good news is we won't see many storms. We have this trough of low pressure. It's been rather persistent in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. That's going to kind of work its way out a little bit more so, and that will allow us to see drier conditions, I think, on Saturday and Sunday. This area of low pressure continues to hang here in the Gulf on Friday, bringing with it a chance for showers and a few thunderstorms in the mix throughout the morning, late morning, early afternoon near the coast, and then inland storms pushing toward the east coast in the afternoon and evening. Then again on Saturday, we're starting to see that sea breeze get active. And this is what you normally see in the summer, especially mid-June. The east coast and west coast sea breeze kind of collide right there in the middle. And then from there, those storms have a tendency to work their way back toward the west coast of Florida. We're not quite there yet, but we'll get there, I think, by the end of this month. Well, in the tropics, we continue to watch with the possibility of something maybe popping up here. We showed you the GFS earlier, and now we're going to take a look at the European forecast model, which is good, is that it doesn't show anything developing those same days. Now we'll take you through time. This is next week, and the GFS has a system right there. This is showing a little something out in the western Gulf of Mexico, so there's not a lot of agreement quite yet, but if there is, as I said, by Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, then we'll start to see the possibility of maybe a tropical low developing there in the western Caribbean and moving somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico. Water temperatures are starting to warm up too here in the western Gulf, so that bears watching. They were a little bit cooler when Alberto was around, but we'll see as it plays out late next work week. The forecast for boaters: scattered showers, a few isolated thunderstorms possible, but generally seas running less than 2 feet. The extended forecast: the rain chance sliding down on Saturday and Sunday. We'll see a few isolated late day storms, but temperatures will also be warming up into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. There'll be some 90s, especially east of the interstate through the weekend. The rain chances picking up late next week as a result of possibly what might be low pressure there in the Gulf of Mexico. Adam?
Thank you, Bob. Now time to check on our first alert traffic for that drive home. Drivers in Bradenton, we are seeing an accident on US 41 in the northbound lanes of 1st Street just before 13th Avenue near downtown. It is causing some congestion in that area at this hour. And speaking of traffic, an important new warning for drivers. According to research from AAA out this morning, driving on worn tires in wet weather could put you at a significant risk. Until now, the tread depth of 2/30 seconds of an inch was considered the minimum before replacement. Now AAA is saying even at 4/30 seconds of an inch, tires have lost a lot of their traction on wet roads. You can your tire shop can measure your tread depth, or you can just use a quarter. It works just like an old penny test. If you can see the top of George Washington's head, your tires may need to be replaced. Furniture giant IKEA will stop using all single-use plastic products in its shops and restaurants by 2020. That includes plastic straws, plates, cups, cutlery, and garbage bags. That change is part of a broader plan that sets 2020 as its target date. By that time, IKEA aims to purchase 100% renewable energy and use only renewable and recycled materials in its products. The company also wants to make its home deliveries zero emission by 2025. Amazon's new Fire TV Cube makes channel surfing completely hands-free. The company unveiled the new streaming device today. It has built-in microphones for Amazon's voice assistant Alexa, so users can make requests only using their voice. The Amazon Fire TV Cube goes on sale June 21st. And Walmart is bringing a touch of Napa Valley to its stores. It's launched a new winemaker selection that offers spirits from California, Italy, and France for about $11 a bottle. There are 10 distinctive labels in the new selection. Customers can identify the wines by a signature W on that label. Stick around. Entertainment news is coming up next.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
In entertainment news, Oprah Winfrey is getting her own exhibit at the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture. It tells the story of Winfrey's journey from poverty to the top of her own media empire. The exhibit, boasting more than 240 artifacts and has 3 main exhibit sections, including multimedia displays. It looks at her many public roles, from talk show hostess to actress to film producer to philanthropist and educator. That exhibit opens on Friday. Hollywood is mourning the loss of the last surviving Munchkin from the 1939 classic The Wizard of Oz. 98-year-old Jerry Marin passed away last month at a San Diego nursing home. Marin played a member of the Lollipop Guild in The Wizard of Oz, handing Judy Garland's Dorothy a giant lollipop. Standing 4 foot 3 inches tall, Marin's career spanned more than 70 years, appearing in dozens of TV shows and movies. He also played the Hamburglar and Mayor McCheese in commercials for McDonald's. Marin helped found Little People of America, an organization devoted to improving the lives of diminutive people. Iceman returns. The Hollywood Reporter says Val Kilmer's character from Top Gun will be in the upcoming sequel. Top Gun Maverick is the follow-up to the 1986 smash hit film starring Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer. Cruise tweeted last week that production for the long-awaited sequel had begun. One of Iceman's famous lines to Maverick was, "I don't like you because you're dangerous." But by the end of the film, the two were pals, Iceman telling Maverick, "You can be my wingman anytime." And it's also official, Elle Woods will be headed back to the big screen. Reese Witherspoon has confirmed there will be a Legally Blonde 3. Today, the actress posted a clip from the original movie on Instagram with the caption, "It's true, #LegallyBlonde3. The movie will hit theaters on Valentine's Day 2020. So it looks like sequels are in. Stick around, we'll be right back with more news.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore 2 hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC 7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
The looks of Fashion Week are easier to get than you might think. I'm Joey Panic. On Suncoast View, we'll talk to a cutting loose salon stylist about her experience working backstage at Fashion Week and get her tips to recreate the runway looks. Our beauty expert has ways to transform your summer look. Plus, this weekend's McCurdy's comedy headliner and Peak Performance Catering joins us in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert weather app now.